Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to Fancy Football. Um, Today is just like every other day, I would say, but it's not just like every other day because we are looking at Nigeria versus South Africa. We want to preview that match. We want to see how these two teams are going to set up. And to be frank, we have to be biased a little bit. If you may agree, if you agree with me, we have to be a little bit biased, a little bit. That's just it for today because we are looking at our own, and we hope that at the end of the day, that Nigeria will carry the day. But this is football; anything can happen in 90 minutes, and it is what it is about football. Once more, welcome everybody to the fans channel of Fancy Football, and with me today to look at this is no and Nonso Arinzechi. Nonso, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, fantasy football. See, it's family. Like I said, I'm no longer going to say welcome to the show. It's our show. Let's do this, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's Nigeria versus South Africa tomorrow. All of us are expecting fireworks from either side. From the Nigerians, know how they play, very, very defensive and very, very explosive with the attack. Some might say their finishing is not really it's not really up there with the big. But coming down to this last four of the AFCON, we all know that Nigeria is the most ranked team currently, ranked 6 in Africa. I think after the AFCON, they might push up, depending on where they end. If they win the tournament, they will virtually become maybe second or first at the end of the day. But it just depends on how they approach this game. That is what we want to look at. And also, please, can you tell us how the Nigerians are going to set up? We all know how they will set up, but tell us how we expect them to set up in this match.
Before we go into the way the Super Eagles set up, which is now, I think that we talk about Nigeria sound like a broken record. Before I sound like a broken record again, let me first announce to Nigerians first of all that Nigeria has got a patable record against the Bafana of South Africa. So they should cheer up. They should not be in any panicking mood. Like you did say, we played them in Nigeria, Ghana 2000 in Lagos. We beat them by 2-0. We met them at the 2019 AFCON Nation quarterfinal. We beat them by 2-1. Cutting those goals from Ojon Igalo and Samuel Chukwueze. One of them is still in this team as we speak. Also, we played them 14 times. We won 7, they've won 2, and we've drawn 5. That tells you that we have been having fun against the Bafana of South Africa. I'll be that this is yet another game, like you did say, a game where Nigeria will be hoping that they get the victory that will take them to the finals of the African Cup of Nations for the first time in over 10 years. Can they do that? It will boil down to what happens on the field of play. Now, how do they set up? I think, Philip, you know my take on how they should set up. I'm not here going to come and preach about playing good football or whatever. I think we should expect the Super Eagles to set up the same way they did in the last game against Angola, where they nullified the firepower of Jason Dalla, the firepower of Mabalulu, and of course Gilberto, not forgetting Luvumbu, and of course their captain Freddie in midfield. Simple. It's going to be a 3-4-3 formation where when we attack it's a 3-4-3. When we defend, it's a 5-2-3. In the sense that the wing backs are defensive minded, the likes of Olaino and of course Seydou Sanusi, with the trio of Calvin Bassi, William Trus Ekong, and Samuel Ajayi. Midfield, we are getting reports that Onyeka is having a great time in training. They call him the tank. He's surely the tank. He brings the we will bring the tank.
Fury tank.
We'll bring him to the people alongside Alex Iwobi, and then in the attack would have Simon Moses, Victor Sime, and of course this young man Ademola Lukman. But there's a big caveat there. There's a news coming in from the camp of the Super Eagles, which it's not too good news for the Super Eagles. In the fact that Victor Sime did not fly with the team from Abidjan to Bouake. He didn't leave yesterday, so he didn't arrive today. Report is that the guy is suffering from an abdominal discomfort. abdominal discomfort.
Yeah.
I spoke to the guys of the Super Eagles, and he kept on saying that it's not Uhuru yet. He will not be playing. That you have to go on that test today. They will look at how well he is, and if he's ready to go, then he will join up the team in Buake. And of course, at the end of the day, play that game against the Bafana of South Africa on Wednesday, that is tomorrow. Also, let's let you know the press conference which was held earlier today was Mose Peseiro and of course Ola. The guys at the press conference, they spoke to Nigeria of how ready Nigeria is. Peseiro, he kept on telling you what he wants to win. And he reiterated that again in the press conference. Same with Ola, saying that they've got what it takes to beat South Africa. What I have seen, I think the Super Eagles will not change that style. They won't change their philosophy. Like I always tell you, if it's not broken, don't fix it. If it's broken, then fix it. But for night, it looks like everything is in the right place. Square pegs and square holes, and the round pegs and round holes. So far for me, I think the Super Eagles will set up in that manner. Defend deep, wait for the counter attack, look for loopholes behind the defenders, and then try to exploit. That's I think how the Super Eagles will set up in a 3-4-3 formation defense, attackingly, and a 5-2-3 formation. A 3-4 formation defensive, attackingly, 5-2-3 defensively.
Okay, yeah, well said. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
There's a background sound. I don't know whether it's coming from your side.
No, not from here. Absolutely, not from here. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let's sort out the audio, please, guys. Okay, just hold on. Let's take a short break, please. Because I can hear myself in the background. Okay, it's good to be back once more. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, it's good to be back once more. We've sorted out the audio issue, and we can move ahead with the show. I think it was a good analysis on how the Nigerians should set up. So let's look at the South African side. We all know how the South Africans love to play. They love to play directly. They are very, very technical. I think for power to power, they cannot match the Eagles in all areas of the pitch. We know that, but we know that they are very, very technical. They can run with the ball. They can swift pass players. But coming to this match, do you think that Hugo Bruce would tinker with the formation of the team because he knows he's playing the Super Eagles?
I think he would. We'll see him that for every game he's played, he's set up his team, to outwit the strength of the opposition. After the first game against Mali, where we saw that he said, "Okay, we're a big nation. Mali is a big nation. Let's go, let the best team win." You saw what happened. Mali physicality played a huge role, and they were sent down to brought back to earth where they belong. Now I think the coach will come in a different approach this time around. He will come into to attack and attack. But instead of going physically, he will structure his team. Look at him. Sometimes he played the last game. He played three-man defense. In the sense that I was surprised. Normally he plays 4-3-3, but he knew that let's be sincere. This team, Cape Verde, are not pushing, but the attack is so blistering. So I expect him to set up the same way he set up against Cape Verde, where he plays with three-man defense, with the strength of defense, and then try and see whether he can use the technicality of his attackers like Tembo, Zwane, Percy Tau, to try and give the likes of evidence, Makopa, the service they need to get the job done. So for me, I don't expect them to go toe to toe with Nigeria. After all, I don't think Nigeria want to even go toe to toe with them. Nigeria want to let them have the ball, enjoy. We'll wait for you to make your mistake, which we know in this South African team, there are a lot of mistakes at the back. There are a lot of issues with their defending. We saw that at the tournament. And the one mistake away from imploding. So, as well as we give them, tell them, go ahead, have the ball, Percy Tau, have the ball, Tembo Zwane, have the ball, every Copa, have the ball. Try and break us down, Let's see what you've got. That's what the Super Eagles set up. So I think the South Africans want to know the ability to test the Super Eagles defense and break them down will be what will be our test today, because we cannot defend to save their life, so they have to attack. And now Nigeria, we're going to give them the ball to attack. Can they now break down the team? It depends on how well they can break down the Super Eagles, will determine how far they go. Because if the Super Eagles keep the attack at bay, surely I can tell you there'll be one mistake or two at the back for the Super Eagles to exploit. But I tell you, it'll be a three-man defense, because I can tell you, with a two-man defense, there seems to be a bit shaky at the back. A three-man defense, the same 3-4-3, but more of midfielders like likes of Mokwena, who scored a beautiful goal. Yeah, the clubs in Europe after his services, the boy can play. They've got like I told you, Percy Tau. These are the same people. Tembo Zwane, the names that we expect to do so well, and of course, everybody Makopa. So the problem is, let's see how Tembo Zwane, Mokwena, and Percy Tau can be able to break that back line of the Super Eagles. That will be what will be our test on match day. But I think the same. I don't think they'll play with the four-man defense, the three-man defense. I think they'll set up the same with the Super Eagles setup, but them with they're setting up not because they want to defend, but because they want to have more control of the midfield. We the Super Eagles are ready to give them. But the problem is, can they break down the Super Eagles defense that have been rock solid? 4 games, 4 clean sheets in 5. Wait and see how things will pan out.
Yeah, wait and see how things will pan out. Okay, we I think so have given us the head-to-head 14 times in which the Eagles have played the South. I think I can vividly remember 2 of the defeats, the South African defeats. I can remember that at the back of my head. One was a friendly match. I think one was a friendly match, and the other one was an African Cup of Nation qualifiers, or was it a World Cup qualifier in Uyo? Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was 3 to 4 years ago. But that aside, with respect to team news, we know what is happening in the Eagles camp. And also, I've also given us the breakdown of what is really going on in the Eagles camp with respect to team news. And also, let me see, with respect to team news with the South Africans, let's see. I think for Victor Osimhen, I think he should be back. He should be better at the end of the day. He should be able to fly with the team, because abdominal injuries. I think something will be done with regards to that. He will play. I know he will want to play. So, for South Africa, Hugo Bruce will line up almost the same way as we anticipated him to line up, with that defensive lineup of Mamelodi Sundowns players at the back. But I think he failed to score. We know that team failed to score against a Cape Verde side. So how would they score against the Super? Yes. How would they score against the Super Eagles side that have portrayed the best defense in this AFCON? A very, very solid defense. I don't think. I think they allow less shots even to the goalkeeper, and that's why people feel that the goalkeeper is top notch. They allow less. Their defense allow less shots that pass through through the defensive line. So I think the South Africans have their work to cut
Yeah.
out. Not to say they will not take their chances when they get, but they have their work to cut out seriously against this strong defense.
I think they,
So
I think they will need to find a way. The issue with them not scoring goals is a problem. To be sincere with you, they were second best against Cape Verde, and I obviously believe they will be second best against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. For a team who is shy, who is goal shy. If you look at the group stages from the 3 games they played, where they drew goalless with Tunisia, you know, they've always found a way
they
to
score four
escape
goals.
it.
They score four
Goalless with
goals against
Tunisia
They score 4 goals against Namibia.
against Namibia.
and
Look at their neighbors now. They don't know where. It don't be like say Nigeria they play Cameroon. Now they're backyard people. Them. So I think they understood the Kosovo issue came into play. And they steamrolled, and since then they have failed to score more than one goal. They struggled big time, man. Even in the game they won,
okay,
was very
yes,
evident. Scored twice.
against Morocco,
When
yeah,
they scored
yeah,
twice,
against
evident.
Morocco.
Yes, because you could see that. You look at the fact that Morocco were by far the better team. If Morocco had scored that penalty, it would have not been the same. So I can't point apart from the Namibia game, I can't really pinpoint the game where South African team were properly dominant in game. But there's something that they have done that Nigeria should be very wary of. Is the fact that these guys they know how to stay in game despite not being dominant. You know, they're not scoring goals, but they're in the game. You know, with football, say at least ensure that if they are going to lose, let them be one more than 1-0 or goalless. So they know how to stay in games.
Always
If
stay in
the
the
Super
game,
Eagles
yeah.
can find their killer instinct, exactly. Always know to kill the game off with the Super Eagles, the chance they would get, because I know they would get chances against this back line. Then there's going to be a sad case, a sorry case for the South Africans. But there's also something working for the South Africans as well. Must figure it out. Like you did say, 8 of those players play for Mamelodi Sundowns in the South African League. These guys have got cohesion. They have got understanding. They've got communication. Sometimes they don't even need to look up to know where the next player would be, because they've been playing with that player for God know for so long a time that it's now becoming like more like a religion. The same thing with the Cape Verde. You saw the way they move their ball. You'll be like, wow. They don't even look at the players. They know he should be there. This is the run of run he would make. The same thing we had of the Barcelonas of the old, of the Man Cities of now. So that's what they have got. For the Nigerian team, they've got vast experience and explosive players. And the one Lukman is explosive. You may think he's not in the game, and then bang, a chance come and Lukman is smiling at the bank, trying to withdraw something good. The same with Moses. You may think, oh, these guys are dominating us by defending, and then Moses picks up the ball, goes on a crazy run, and then there's a chance. So we've got explosive wingers and a very aggressive striker. Hopefully he returns. Yes, it's like you said, we are believing all the things we can believe to ensure that he's going to be part of that team that plays on Wednesday, because it will be a big blow if Victor Osimhen do not don the green, white, green on Wednesday. So it's 2 different styles, like I said. Both teams, one very tactical with South Africans, they know how to play the beautiful football. They know the act of breaking down teams, even though they haven't scored much this tournament. But the Super Eagles is about the explosiveness in attack. They don't care about the midfield game. Thank you, Pesita, you can have it. Thank you, Temboswan, you can have it. Mokwena, you can have it. But when we have the chance at the second third of the pitch, that Super Eagles attack line can be very dangerous.
Okay, we know that they can be very dangerous. We know that. I think the last time these two met, I think the Super Eagles captain scored a 89 minutes winner that knocked out the Bafana in the 2019 Cup of Nations. I think I
Yeah.
remember that too. That was the last time they met.
Yes.
So they've
Chukwueze and
and Truce Econ, yeah. So
yeah.
They've met 14 times, like we said at the beginning of the show. Nigeria have won 7, South Africa have won 2. Those two we know them in our memories, like I said, and the draw between those 2 teams are 2 as well. We'll come to the predictions and the odds for those people that wants to bet. Yes, the pointers will give you the odds. We'll give you the odds pretty soon. Let's take a short break, then we'll come back to that. We'll come back. Welcome back, everyone. And that advert you just saw is one of our new show that will be coming up on Fancy Football. We call it the Top Five. The Top Five is all about the top five European leagues, European league countries that we have: the English Premier League, La Liga, France, French League One, and the German Bundesliga. It will be coming up on Fancy Football pretty soon. Possibly this weekend, but we are still working on it gradually. And we have more shows that will be coming up. I think the sport bishop knows about them. So we have more shows that will be coming up on Fancy Football, and we are prepared. We are prepared to give you a lot. So just stay tuned to Fancy Football. Not just top five, some other. We all will see. We all will see. Even in our country, Nigeria, we are working towards something, and we get there hopefully. So kindly subscribe to Fancy Football, please, guys. Always subscribe. Once you come in like this and you see us talking about football, kindly subscribe and stay with us. If you have a contribution, put them on the chat box. We'll read them out for you. Or we'll bring your views out with respect to the show and what we are talking about. Please kindly predict who will win. Just go to the comment section and predict who will win between Nigeria versus South Africa. No sentiment attached, like I do, but today, like I said, I will be biased a little bit, and that is why if you see the way I'm going about the show, I am biased with regards to the show. Okay, quickly we'll go into predictions, but before that, I think let's take another let's go for another short break. Sorry, and we'll come back. The Nigerian Professional Football League show. That's the another show that will be coming up on Fancy Football. Like I said, we'll have a lot of shows on this channel. We are working towards them, and this is the other one that is coming up on Fancy Football. Once the Nigerian Professional Football League resumes this month in February, we'll kickstart that show. We are working on the show as well, the Nigeria Professional Football League show. We are working on it. We are trying to bring in new faces as well into the program, one or two, to see how we can have a different perspective about football within the shores of Nigeria. And every other thing that happens will bring you match preview, post-match reactions. We'll bring you interviews as well after the of players with regards to the Nigerian Professional Football League, and we hope that at the end of the day we'll serve you better. Kindly subscribe. Always do subscribe to Fancy Football. Like I always say, always do subscribe to Fancy Football once you come on air. Okay, the sport bishop is not here. I think he just left the studio. But let's see. Let's go quickly into predictions. And for predictions, the bookmakers are giving Nigeria 1-2. That is for 0.5%. That's 50% chance to win this match, and which is very, very high. And they are giving the South Africans 7% to win this match. I think with respect to the overall match itself, the bookmakers are giving Nigeria a win at extra time. But let me see your views. Let me see what you think about this match. Let's go. Will Nigeria win the match in 90 minutes, or will they win the match at extra time? Based on what have happened with the way the South Africans have been set up. Please kindly tell us what you think. Would Nigeria win the match in 90 minutes? Send us your predictions, please. We hope that the sport doctor comes back to the show. If he doesn't, I think okay, guys. We will just go to the community section of this page and predict who will win at the end of the day between Nigeria and South Africa. Go and predict. Thank you so much for watching Fancy Football. Thank you for being part of this match analysis, and we hope that at the end of the day, the Eagles will carry the day. The Eagles will fly high, and Nigeria will have a cause to celebrate another final of the African Cup of Nations after 10 years. I will say thank you so much for watching, and gracias.